שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני, שירו לאדוני, שירו לאדוני. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, מסרו מיום ליום ישועתו.
Page 10. Hine matov ulmanahim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov ulmanahim shevet achim gam yachad. Try that with us. Hine matov ulmanahim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov ulmanahim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shalom aleichem, assalom aleikum. Shalom aleichem, assalom aleikum. Shalom aleichem, assalom aleikum. Shalom aleichem, assalom aleikum.
Shabbat Shalom. Is it bad to say Happy Valentine's Day? I don't think so. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. So glad that you have joined us. This Shabbat's Torah portion, Yitro, shares the first iteration of the 10 Commandments, or the Aseret HaDevarim, the 10 words. Words are a huge importance in our lives, and it always has been. Sometimes words can be comforting, sometimes helpful, sometimes hurtful, and sometimes we don't have words. Liturgist Alden Solovey explored this word of divarim, which means words or things, and wrote a poem called No Words that I would like to share with you tonight. Today I have no words for you, God, none. Yesterday, the day before, and the day before that, I had words, so many words, thousands of words to share with you. Perhaps tomorrow there will be more. Today I have no words for you, God, none. Be with me in my breathing, in the quiet that fills the space between us. Be with me. Give me the words I need to hear. Give me the words I need to say. Today I have no words for you, God. Do you have words for me? On days that we feel that we have no words, we may feel like we're failing or feel insufficient. We're angry or hurt or confused. And at the moments where we have no words from a wonderful situation, we're overwhelmed by happiness, joy, or excitement. Regardless of what your feelings are tonight or what they are in those moments, we may lose our words, but we're always looking for them from ourselves or from God. So on this Shabbat, may we look for the words in the silence and find the words we need to find from our hearts and from God. We continue with Shabbat services by lighting Shabbat candles on page 3, and I'm gonna call up Debbie. She doesn't know she's doing it, but I'm gonna call up Debbie. There's apparently a lot of traffic, so people are not here. But Debbie, will you lead us page 3?
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehalig ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen.
We turn now to page 24, singing Shalom Aleichem.
Yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, Boachem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 Barchuni leshalom, Barchuni leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. ממלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. יאי
Going to have you turn back to pages 20 and 21 so that we can join together singing Lecha Dodi, whether you are in our sanctuary here or joining us on live stream, joining together in verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And when we reach our 9th verse, Bo'iva Shalom, we will rise facing the entrance of our sanctuary, beckoning that Shabbat spirit towards us. Join with us.
Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Shamon וזכון בדימון אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד הוא שמו אחד לשמו תפארת ולתחילה לך דודי לקראת kala. We're all singing together. Penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki hi mekor ha-beracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavat chila lecha dodi likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Hitoreri ki va'orei kumiori uri shidaberi kevod Adonai alaich niglach lecha dodi likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Boi v'shalom ateret bahala גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, Shabbat nekabela.
Turn to one another, wish each other a Shabbat Shalom. Let them know you're glad that they are here.
I'm glad you're here.
We turn to page 26 as we remain standing through Shema.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברכנותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו, יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולם מעלמא יתברך. יתברך וישתבח, ויתבהר ויתרומם וינשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל, שמי לקודשה בריחו, לילה בין כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דהמירה מעלמא, ואמרו אמן. Yai lai 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 Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed Yai lai 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 Yai lai lai yai lai 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 yai lai lai.
Together on page 30. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah potech sha'arim, uvitvuna mishanei itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakira kirtsono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil ben yom uvein layla, Adonai tzavaot shemo, El Chai v'kayam, tamid imloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Together on page 32. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. You may be seated as we turn to page 36 and join together in Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevavecha ושיננתם לפניך ודיברת בם ושבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לעוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
On the bottom of page 39, we read responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
Micha, page 40.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? A little nigun. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh fele, nora tehilot oseh fele. Who is like you? Everybody now. Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Adonai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh fele, nora tehilot oseh fele. One more time, the nigun. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. ונאמר כבוד אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
We continue on page 43, and it might be in your order of service also, but 43. 43.
Bringing in these feelings of love. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter shelter from life's storms. Let's try that together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu, spread over us a shelter of your peace. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu Leshalom. Let's try that together. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu Leshalom. Let there be love, everyone. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. One more time. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Page 44, Vishamru.
Veshamru Bnei Israel et HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat Ledorotam berit olam. Let's try that together. Veshamru Bnei Israel et HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat Ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein Bnei Israel, Beini uvein Bnei Israel, Oti le'olam, Oti le'olam. Veshamru Bnei Israel et HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat Ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheishet yamim, Ki sheishet yamim, Asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, Veshamru Bnei Israel et HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat Ledorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shavat, Shavat v'inafash, Veshamru Bnei Israel et HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat Ledorotam berit olam.
We rise for the Amidah beginning on page 46.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Adonai sefatai titach, ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagimon ve'Hanora, El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot Umevii Geula Livnei V'nechem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofech Olim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Bal Gevurot Uminto Melach Melech Memit Umechaye Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei hakol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh Ukedoshim echon yom yehalelucha selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
You may be seated. On page 55 at the top, we join together. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. On page 57, put your finger on that Chatimah, that last line in Hebrew, as we are in our Avodah section and we are thinking about what our prayer to God is. I share with you a reading from elsewhere in our Siddur. What makes a fire burn is space between the logs, a breathing space. Too much of a good thing, too many logs, packed in too tight, can douse the flames almost as surely as a pail of water would. So building fires requires attention to the spaces in between as much as to the wood. When we are able to build open spaces in the same way we have learned to pile on the logs, then we can come to see how it is fuel and absence of fuel together that make the fire possible. We only need to lay a log lightly from time to time. A fire grows simply because the space is there, with openings in which the flame that knows just how it wants to burn can find its way. Together, Baruch atah Adonai, shotecha levarecha be'ira na'avod. On page 60, we join together in our prayer for peace. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people, forever. For you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Israel b'shalom. At this moment of peace, we think of those who are celebrating some milestone birthdays this year. So this year too, but this month, I'm gonna call up Corey and Susan and Hannah for their blessing. And I am going to open the ark, and if you would like to rise because that is your practice, feel free to do so. As we gather in celebration, we offer a heartfelt blessing for these three beloved members of our congregation, each reaching a remarkable milestone in their journey. For Corey, on his 40th birthday, your dedication to our community, you're more excited about your 40th birthday than I've ever seen anyone excited about their 40th. Your dedication to our community as a member of the Board of Trustees and your voice in Kol Simcha uplift and inspire us all. May this new decade bring you wisdom, strength, and continued fulfillment in the good work you do. May you always find joy in song, purpose in leadership, and love in the embrace of your family and community. May you be blessed with health, happiness, and the deep satisfaction of making a difference. Susan, on your 50th birthday, you're not as excited. Your tireless commitment to our congregation and the Jewish community at large is a testament to your generous spirit. As chair of the GFC Camp Committee, you help nurture the next generation, ensuring a bright Jewish future. May this milestone year be filled with blessings of joy, good health, and continued passion for your sacred work. May you go from strength to strength, and may the seeds you have planted continue to grow and flourish. For Hannah on her 90th birthday, definitely be excited. Good. Hannah, you are a treasure to our community. Your presence at services nearly every week, your dedication to senior programming, and the beautiful tali tote you weave for our congregants are gifts that enrich us all. At 90, you are a shining example of a life well lived, filled with faith, kindness, and generosity. May you be blessed with continued vitality, love from family and friends, and the deep knowledge that your contributions will be cherished for generations to come. May all three of you be blessed with Ad Mea Ve'asrim to 120 years, filled with health, joy, and the warmth of this loving community. So to celebrate the moment, on your order of service, you'll find the Shehechianu at the bottom, and we join together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of all, who has kept us alive, sustained us, and brought us to this very moment. Amen, and happy birthday. That's why you're excited. Everyone has different levels of excitement for their birthday, I understand. So we continue now, going from blessing to blessing, as we move to Misha Barach, our blessing for healing of all of those in our community, those who are listed on our order of service, and those who are in our hearts, who are in need of healing of mind, of body, and of spirit. We take a moment now and whisper their names out loud. Misha Barak can be found on page 253.
Mekol habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberachimotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Amen. We turn now to our order of service as we rise together for our prayer for peace between Israel and its neighbors, joining together as one congregation. Rock and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, the dawning of our redemption. Shield it with your compassion and spread over it the sukkah of your shalom. Compel its leaders to act for the good of all who dwell in your holy land. Grant them sound minds, courageous hearts, and compassionate souls as they navigate the treacherous terrain of conflict and terror, war and destruction. Freer of the captives and binder of their wounds, be with those who remain in captivity and console their families. Give them strength to endure and speedily send them home. May the image of their faces remain in our hearts. Master of compassion, bring security and peace to all those who are vulnerable. Comfort all who are displaced and suffering. Protect the innocent wherever they may be, in Israel, in Gaza, in Lebanon, in Yemen, in Syria. May we never lose sight of their humanity and the spark of God's presence in us all. Holy One of blessing, may the leaders of the world put their people before power and reach for compromise before conflict. Uproot the hatred, animosity, and distrust of all those who would do harm, and replace them with love and kinship, so that all the peoples who dwell in your holy land find safety and sustenance, quiet and contentment, and an abundance of everlasting peace. Amen.
Amen. And we continue with Achenu, praying for the safe and speedy return of our brothers and sisters from captivity, being held hostage in Gaza. And we, just as we said 2 weeks ago and last week, we will not stop saying this prayer until every one of the hostages are returned home. Let's join together in Achenu. Achenu, kol beit Yisrael. Achenu, kol beit Yisrael. Hanetunim betzara, betzara uvashivya, haomdim ben bayam uvein bayabasha. Hamakom yerachem, yerachem aleichem, vehotzieh mitzara, lirvacha, umeyafel aleichem. Mishibul hashta magala uvismana kariv hashta magala uvismana kariv. Together. As for our brothers and sisters, the whole house of Israel, who are given over to trouble or captivity, whether they abide on the sea or on the dry land, may the all-present have mercy upon them and bring them forth from trouble to enlargement, from darkness to light, and from subjection to redemption, now speedily and at a near time. And we all say, Amen.
You may be seated, and we take a moment for our own silent prayers.
Coming out of the silence, we join together with Ozi Vizimrat Yah. And I apologize for the life of me. I put it as 353, but it is not on page 352 or 353. So the words are not that difficult, and hopefully Rabbi will find it by the time I'm done singing. But let's join together in Ozi Vizimrat Yah.
343 before you even started.
Oh, I was only 10 pages off. Ozi Vezimrat Yah Vayehi li Lishua. At the bottom of the page. Ozi Vezimrat Yah Vayehi li Lishua. Ozi Vezimrat Yah Vayehi li Lishua. Ozi Vezimrat Yah Vayehi li Lishua. And this is actually from the Song of the Sea, where Micha Mocha comes from, that we sang last week. So we're going to pick it up a little bit. Ozi Vezimrat Yah Vayehi li Lishua. Ozi Vezimrat Yah Vayehi li Lishua. The second part, we jump up. Ozi Vezimrat Yah Vayehi li Lishua. Ozi Vayehi Lishua. One more time with me, just our voices. Ozi Vezimratia Vayehi Lishua.
So I don't know about you, but when I think about the 10 Commandments, I immediately picture images of Charlton Heston from the 1956 Oscar-winning film, The 10 Commandments. I picture a man with a scraggly white beard, long windblown hair, wearing a red robe. I shouldn't have worn this dress today. Wearing a red robe, extending his arms, standing in front of dark clouds, looking serious and authoritative. Let's be clear though, in this week's Torah portion of Yitro, we see an exhausted, frustrated man who grows into himself and his relationship with both God and the Israelites. Moses goes from helping all the Israelites deal with their problems, to delegating responsibility, to meeting God on Mount Sinai, to receiving the 10 Commandments. I don't really think that Moses automatically had that strong presence that Charlton Heston portrays on the movie cover. Moses goes from an overworked man in the beginning of our parsha to a man who consoles the Israelites, telling them not to be afraid. Thousands of years later, and many of us are still afraid. How do we connect with God? How are we to understand the 10 Commandments? What role do the 10 Commandments even have for us today? How do we connect to those around us? We may not remember being at Mount Sinai and witnessing the thunder and lightning, smoke and blasts of the horn, but we still have fears of the things around us. It's imperative that we then examine the 10 Commandments so we can understand them better and not be so afraid. If you look behind me, you'll see the 10 Commandments written out in Hebrew. On the right, you have the first 5, and on the left, you have the second 5. If you look at the tapestry to your left, you will see the 10 Commandments written with Hebrew letters, following the first 5 on the right and the second 5 on the left. It's going to be a little hard to see, but if you look over your right shoulder on the third stained glass panel in the middle, you'll see the 10 Commandments again, but this time with Roman numerals. So the first 5 are on the left, and the second 5 are on the right. So clearly, the 10 Commandments are pretty crucial to Judaism. If in the sanctuary alone, you already see them 3 times. They're around. Our 9th and 10th graders got to do a scavenger hunt through the building the other week and got to find all of these 10 Commandments. So we know that they're really important. It has been said that these 10 utterances provided a basis for an entire civilization. We're pretty familiar with the 10 Commandments, definitely in terms of its imagery, obviously, but there's so much more to it. It is said that the first 5 commandments focus on our relationship with God, and the second 5 focus on our relationship with others. Another interpretation is that there's a correlation between the first and the 5th, the 2nd and the 6th, and so on, and that's why they are lined up that way. But wait, there's more. Nechama Leibowitz, a contemporary commentator, explains a structure that she found. She explains that 3 elements are categorized in the 10 Commandments: emotion, speech, and action, and they form a pattern. She explains that the first 2 commandments, belief in God and not worshiping other gods, is emotion, focusing on what's in our hearts and what we feel to be true. The next commandment of not taking God's name in vain is clearly about speech. The 4th commandment regarding keeping Shabbat is about action. The 5th commandment of honoring our parents is also categorized as action, since the way we respect our parents is typically through our behavior. The 6th, 7th, and 8th commandments, not to murder, not to commit adultery, and not to steal, are also about action. We then return to the category of speech with the 9th commandment, as it focuses on bearing false witness against another. The final commandment returns us to emotion, as we covet those which we are not to covet, those things which others possess. That gives us emotion, emotion, speech, action, 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 speech, emotion. It's a fascinating way of looking at the order, seeing how we have to engage our emotion, speech, and actions in order to fulfill these 10 commandments. Stacy Goldman, a Torah teacher in Philadelphia, explains that this structure creates a cause and effect. She explains that there is a parallel structure in regard to level of difficulty. Emotion is something that we sometimes have trouble controlling. It flows out of us. Then comes speech. Speech can also flow out of us, but we're able to control it, maybe, a little bit more, pausing to think about our words and then their impact. The hardest of the three is action. It's one thing to learn the 10 commandments, but to put them into action is even harder. The cause and effect piece is that we are to focus on strengthening our beliefs and emotions. We can work on our speech, making sure it is honest, respectful, and clearly understood. Once we do these two things, then our actions will be positively affected and refined, letting us live our lives more fully, and letting us live these 10 commandments more fully. Hakatav HaKabbalah, a book written in the early 1800s by a German rabbi, explains that we shouldn't actually be calling them the 10 commandments. Instead, they are to be called the 10 Devarim, because the meaning of the term diber is the highest generality, including all aspects and manners. If they were to be called mitzvot, it would mean just the specific mitzvot that are listed. They are therefore called dibrot to express that they are 10 statements, 10 utterances, which encompass any details and details of details. It means they include the entire Torah. It makes the 10 Devarim, the 10 Commandments, Aseret HaDibrot, whatever we want to call them, seem even more daunting than just 10, which are already hard to do. It encompasses all of our emotions, speech, and actions. It contains all of the aspects of our relationship with God and with others. It holds the past, present, and future. While not easy, it is our responsibility to understand how we can fulfill them and what that means to us. So take a step back from the easy one-word phrases and delve into the text and your thoughts around them. Ask yourself what each commandment means to you. Ask how it relates to your life today, more than 2,000 years after it was written. Let us not shy away from the difficult things, fearing the unknown, worried about needing to discover ourselves. Let us not stand at a distance, but develop and cultivate our emotions, speech, and actions to make the world around us a better place. Only then will our world and each one of us be fully ready to follow these commandments to the fullest potential. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We now invite you all to rise as we begin to conclude our service with Aleinu. We invite you to open up your Sidurim to page 283. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא שם חלקנו לאחד את שמו, וגוח עלינו להמליך מלכותו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. We turn now to page 288 for our memorial meditation. A meditation by Merritt Malloy. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved, and if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. Our thoughts turn now to those in our community and extended community. As we mark their yahrzeits, we remember them. Leonard Adelman, Lee Ehrenstein, Dr. James Burler, Amelia Lee Braha, Isidore Brenner, Sam Churgan, Dr. Lewis Cohen, Miriam Crane, Vera Madeline Crawford, Marilyn Croman, Maud Dalkowitz, Ralph Davidson, Richard Diamond, Theodore Eklov, Nancy Edwards, Milton Eichelbaum, Joyce Efron, Martin Epner, Carol Feld, James Faught, Ethelene G. Friedman, Jonas Martin Joe Frost Sr., Gertrude Geisler, Fanny Resnitsky Gelfand, Benjamin Glasser, Dorothy Gold, Sarah Gold, George Goldman, Ruth Goldsmith Goodman, Alex Health, Stuart Handmaker, Carol Hendon, Dorothy Henkin, Frances Joy Hoffman, Melissa Holliday, Lynn Jeffrey, Perry Callison, Rosalie Reba Cantor, Leon B. Kaufman, Louis Kaufman, Helen Kerman, Nathan Harry Kinover, Jacqueline Ann Klein, Hyman Kleinsmith, Fanita Gerwitz Koch, Malka Kravchenko, Phyllis Lapine, Babette Lauderstein, Louis Lee, Evelyn Levy, Julius L. Levinson, David A. Lown, Phyllis Lyon, Aaron Mandel, Ernest Parks, Louis Peters, Max Pincus, Fred Reisberg, Peg Reynolds, Barbara Rubenstein, Lucille H. Sacknowitz, Cecile E. Schenker, Jeannie Sheket, Harriet Shelton, Rose Sherman, Nathalie P. Schultz, Fred Siegel, Betty Smolkin, Sura Strelke, Dr. Alfred Sumberg, Freda Surif, Anne Coleman Wald, Ray Bodenheimer Wallach, and Betty Warman. To these names, we add the names of those who've been laid to their eternal rest, whose family and friends are in a mourning period of Shloshim. We remember Charles Mario Manoli Jr. and Michael Barry Rose. We also add to this list those who have been laid to their eternal rest this past week, whose family and friends are in a mourning period of Shiva. We remember Ann Getter, mother of Temple Beth-El member Robin Getter and Peter Holmes, Jane Getter and Adam Holtzman, and Michael and Lisa Getter, grandmother of Russell. Geraldine S. Miller, mother of Ginger Sledge, Cheryl Middleman and Stephen Galloway, Georgia Middleman and Gary Burr, and Jennifer and Bill Hatcher. And Dr. John Littleton Barnes, husband of Loy Barnes, father of Temple Beth-El member Alice and Sergio Viroslav, Kathy and Andrew Stell, and Jay Tipton and Stephanie Barnes, grandfather of Hannah and Dan, Andy, Evan, Anna and Brendan, Sadie, Margaret, and Marlo. To all of these names, we add those which are in our hearts each and every day as we rise together for Kaddish Yatom on page 294. Yitzkadal v'yitzkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'elam ulmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudasha brichu, La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, ta'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, u'ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to all the world, to which we say, Amen. You may be seated. It's my honor to call forward Mark Eichelbaum, President of our Board of Trustees, to deliver tonight's announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. Tonight, I'm glad to be in a place I love with people I love. So thank you for joining me here in the Wolf Sanctuary or from your own sacred space. Thank you, Sisterhood, for being our pre-Shabbat Oneg sponsor. Debbie for stepping up and lighting our Shabbat candles this evening. Corey for signing up and fighting through traffic to be here. And Roger for welcoming us tonight as our greeter. Mazel tov to Corey and Susan and Hannah, all on your milestone birthdays. Happy birthday and many, many more. And here are some upcoming events at Temple and things to know. The World Zionist Congress elections begin on Monday, March 10th. This is your opportunity to make your voice heard in a powerful way for Reform voices and Reform values to have a real and impactful say in how Israel spends its money. You can learn more about Temple's campaign and the elections by picking up a flyer in our Oppenheimer lobby or by speaking with Harry Levy or Ross Halifet. Our Purim Carnival needs your support. The annual event raises vital funds for our youth programming here at Temple. You can sponsor or underwrite a part of the event. Don't forget to buy your home in Tashin. I worked hard making them, along with a lot of other people. And please make sure to get your wristbands and tickets in advance. There's going to be bounce houses, face painting, great food, and lots of fun. Be sure to mark your calendar for Sunday, March 2nd. It will start at noon right here at Temple in the parking lot facing San Pedro. And celebrate Temple's 150th anniversary at our fundraising gala on Saturday, March 22nd here at Temple Beth-El. We will honor our history, celebrate the present, and dream of our future at an enchanting evening filled with culture and artistry, as well as a festive cocktail hour, an elegant seated dinner, a live string quartet, and a breathtaking performance by world-renowned sand story artist Joe Castillo. I invite you to buy tickets, sponsor a table, underwrite a portion of the evening, or make a gift on our website. There's even a button that says Gala right on the homepage to make it easy. The Jerry Gregory Spirit of Temple Award is presented once a year at our annual meeting on May 4th. Mark your calendar because I'll need your votes. To someone that is a proud vocal advocate for Temple Beth-El and its mission to provide a sacred framework that inspires people to cultivate their Jewish lives. We're accepting nominations right now, and the deadline for submissions is April 1st. The way to nominate somebody is through a link that's in the weekly announcements. More information and registration links for all these and many more other exciting things can be found on our website or in those weekly announcements, which arrive in your inbox around 4 p.m. every Thursday. We look forward to your participation in these enriching and community building opportunities. Shabbat Shalom.
And though it was not listed in the announcements, Purim Spiel. We're gonna have a Purim Spiel. We're gonna be quite the sight 1 month from tonight. So get out and go sign up. And I don't know where I was gonna go, say from there, but there's gonna be a wicked Purim Spiel, so y'all better go ahead and sign up, all right? Fantastic. For our closing song, celebrating this Shabbat of love, we invite you to stand as we join together in a special prayer for peace and love. and happiness. And joy. Shalom. Let's hear it. Shalom. Shalom. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru. Amen. Love, love, love. Let's hear it. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. All you need is love. All together now. All you need is love. La, 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 la. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. One more time. Oseh shalom. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru. Amen. Shabbat shalom.